Hey there, my name is Megan and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Today I'm going to be discussing my most anticipated sci-fi and fantasy book releases for the month of September. But before we go ahead and get on into the new books, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, as well as giving this video a like to show my channel a little bit of support. Moving along into it, the first book is An Academy for Liars by Alexis Henderson. This is an author that I am not familiar with, and this book is described as a dark academia fantasy. We're following a character named Lennon Carter, and her life just isn't going the way that she planned. One day she receives a mysterious phone call from this college known as Drayton, which is a school for magic and is located in Savannah, Georgia. Lennon has been chosen to go to this school because she has this magical ability known as persuasion, where she's able to bend things to her will, including matter. After enrolling in the college and passing all of the entrance exams, Lennon starts to learn how to use her devastating gift, and she ends up meeting a guy named Dante who has a really deadly magical gift himself, and it sounds like a romance might bloom between the two of them. As Lennon continues her studies at Drayton, she starts to uncover all of these dark secrets about the college itself, as well as her professor, whose past might somehow intertwine with her own, and she goes on a journey to figure out what's going on and how the college relates to her past, her professor, and even Dante. An Academy for Liars release date is September 17th. Next we have a romantasy called Phantasma by Kylie Smith. In this book, we're following a main character named Ophelia, and one day Ophelia and her sister find their mother brutally murdered. Upon their mother's death, Ophelia and her sister inherit not only their mother's death-driven magic, which to me sounds like some sort of necromancy, but as well as the debt that she had owed on their house. In order to pay off the house, Ophelia's sister, without her knowledge, enters this deadly competition. A competition where contestants usually don't make it out alive, and the winner receives one final wish. Competition takes place at Phantasma, which is this cursed manor with long, twisting corridors, ballrooms, and 9 floors of terrors that Ophelia has to fight through in order to win. Ophelia accidentally meets this stranger known as Blackwell, and he decides to offer his help to guide her through this competition, and Ophelia, having no other choice, decides to accept, but he is actually harboring dark secrets of his own, and a budding romance ensues between the two of them throughout this deadly competition through Phantasma, this haunted manor. This book sounds like loads of fun, one that would be great to read for the fall season, and its release date is September 3rd. Next, we have a new book by sci-fi author Adrian Tchaikovsky, and that is Alien Clay. I have read Adrian Tchaikovsky before. I read Service Model by him not that long ago. I do have a full review of that book, so I'll link it up the cards for you guys. In this book, we are following a professor named Artin, and his passion is to study alien civilization up close. His wishes become a reality when his political activism regarding this topic actually forces his exile from Earth. There is alien civilization on this ancient planet known as Kiln. People on Earth are aware of Kiln, and that is where Artin is exiled, and he is forced into a labor camp for the rest of his life under these alien masters. In addition to the labor camp, Kiln itself is very inhospitable to humans. It boasts an ecosystem completely unlike Earth's, and one that Artin is not accustomed to. The alien life is able to interact with the human body in ways that humans on Earth could not even conceptualize. Artin is having to fight that, as well as the oppressive regime of the labor camp. But Artin is hell-bent on escaping the labor camp, as well as the challenges of this world, because Kiln actually holds a secret, one that will redefine life and intelligence as we know it, and Artin is setting his eyes and ambitions on the secret that Kiln holds. Alien Clay's release date is September 17th. Next, we have another sci-fi book, and that is Edge of the Known World by Sherry T. Joseph. In this book, we are following a character named Alexandra. Alexandra is an illegal refugee that was smuggled across into the Allied nations when she was just a baby. Everyone from Alexandra's birth region carries within them this small but detectable piece of viral code from a previous flu vaccine. If this is detected through genetic testing, Alexandra will be forced back to where she came from, which is known as the Federation, and will most likely be killed. Her adopted father did develop some sort of gene therapy to mask this genetic marker from the flu vaccine, but it's not completely effective yet. When Alexandra's adopted father goes missing, she traces the clues to San Francisco, California, and finds out that there is a conspiracy surrounding her father and his work, and she needs to find him and warn him before everything is exposed. The Edge of the Known World's release date is September 3rd. And lastly, we have A Tide of Black Steel by Anthony Ryan. This is the first book in a new series by this author known as Age of Wrath. I love Anthony Ryan. I say this all the time. He's one of my favorite fantasy authors. I will link my reviews that I've done for his Covenant of Steel series up in the cards if you guys want to check that out. This new series is inspired by Norse mythology, which is something that I don't know a ton about. But in this book, we are introduced to a new world known as Ascarlia, and for centuries, it has been ruled by the sister queens. No one has questioned whether their rule is valid until now. There are whispers of the reemergence of this group of cult-like oathbreakers that sail on longships and are covered in tattoos, and they are posing a threat to the sister queens of Ascarlia. We are following Thera the Black Spear, favored servant to the sister queens, and she is tasked with uncovering the truth of these rumors. We're also following her brother, Felnir. He hopes to find the Vault of Altvar, the treasure room of the gods, in order to win the sister's favor rather than his sister having it. Both siblings, along with a prisoner and a scribe, will play vital roles in the upcoming storm. A Tide of Black Steel's release date is September 24th. Okay, you guys, those are some September book releases, sci-fi and fantasy, that sound really, really interesting, and I'll definitely be adding these to my TBR. Let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them, or if you plan on reading them, or maybe what some of your most anticipated books for the month of September are, and I will see you all in another video soon. Goodbye!